Hey friend, welcome. It's Michaela, but you can call me Mac. Today we will be looking at all of the books that I read in July. Let's just jump right into it. So I actually participated in Plus Size Readathon this year, hosted by Lexi, Julie, and Sasha. I will be sure to link their channels down below so you can go check them out. Plus Size Readathon is basically a readathon to celebrate body positivity, and there were 5 prompts, 2 challenges, and 1 group book that you could do to participate. So starting out, I wanted to make a cover page for the readathon in my reading journal, and I wanted to stick with purples and pinks and keep it fun and bubbly and cute to match the templates that they designed for this year's readathon. So for the prompts, we have number 1, Partners in Crime, a book where the love interest has major book partner energy. Number 2, We Need a Big Boy, read a book where a plus-size male character finds love. Number 3, Big Baddies Club, start a new series that you've been meaning to get to. Number 4, Fat Doesn't Mean Ugly, read a book where the plus-size main character has an unshakable love for their body. Number 5, Hidden Gem, read a book from an author you've never read before. And then the group book was Shipwrecked by Olivia Dade. There were also 2 challenges that you could participate in. Number 1, Thick and Thirsty, create a drink inspired by your favorite plus-size book. And number 2, Fatabulous, design a makeup look or create an outfit using the colors from the group book. I initially chose 6 books to read for my July TBR, and because Shipwrecked was the group book and it's also the 3rd book in the Spoiler Alert series, I also decided to read Spoiler Alert, All the Feels, Shipwrecked, The Love Con, The Fastest Way to Fall, and Pumpkin. I started the month out by reading the Spoiler Alert series, and so the books in these series fit the Big Baddies Club prompt, which is start a new series, and then the first book in the series fits the Hidden Gem prompt, which is to read from an author you never read before. Overall, the story follows a couple of actors from this TV show called Gods of the Gates, and it basically follows their personal life as they find love and so on and so forth. I'm not going to go into what each of these books were about because if I'm being honest, I didn't particularly like this series as much as I really wanted to. I was super excited to start this series because of the body inclusivity and body positivity, but ultimately I think that's where the story falls flat for me. In the first 2 books in particular, especially the 2nd book, the amount of time the author spends talking about how unconventional, unattractive, short, stubby, round, big, all of these words that these women are is just insane to me. I mean, like, it just kind of seems like the author keeps harping on the fact that these women are plus size and then using these negative words to describe them. It felt like she was trying to show that Marcus from the 1st book and Alex from the 2nd book are such good guys for finding these women who society says are unconventional and unattractive, for finding them beautiful and interesting. It just was a odd choice for me. I don't know. So the characters in the 1st book, April and Marcus, they were fine. They were a bit boring. I felt like their personalities were a bit of an afterthought. I don't know. It just was weird. And for this book to like advertise body positivity, it felt a bit shallow and superficial at times. And don't even get me started on Alex and Lauren from the 2nd book. I like their characters to a degree. The way Alex talked so badly about Lauren, even after acknowledging his feelings for her, and then just still talking about her crooked, busted bird beak nose. I was like, why are you burning this lady up like this? Like, this is unnecessary. I understand that not all relationships are lovey-dovey and cute. I mean, I know people in my personal life whose relationships are more like playful and joking, but Alex and Lauren's relationship bordered on bullying, in my opinion. He was so mean to this girl, and it just felt like, why? Like, why are we even doing this? I gave every book in this series a bland, flat, basic 3 stars. Honestly, because I haven't read romance in a while and I kind of forgot just how much fun and how happy reading romance makes me. So just that feeling of like reading some of the sweeter moments was actually kind of nice. So the 3rd book in this series is called Shipwrecked, and this one is maybe sort of my favorite of the 3. I don't even know if I can say that, to be honest, because if I had to pick, I liked all of the feels the best because that one made me laugh the most. And I think Lauren is probably my favorite character out of all 6 of these people. However, I still just cannot get over how badly Alex talked about that woman. So I just cannot pick that book in good faith. I can't pick that one to be my favorite. So shipwreck it is. First off, I think I just like this book better simply for the fact that the author didn't use negative words to describe the main characters. And I wonder if that's because both of the main characters were plus size, so she didn't feel the need to absolutely read these female main characters to filth. I don't know. I love how Maria serves as like an inspiring body positivity role model and advocate, like never changing herself or compromising her ideals for anyone, or just being willing to walk away from a job, a relationship, or anything that just doesn't suit her or align with her idea of having the most positive life she could. I was just like, yes, girl, do all the things that you want to do. I also loved how supportive Maria's family is towards her, and I didn't really realize how big of a role family played in this series until the 3rd book for some reason. The story dragged on a little bit too long for my liking, and the 3rd act breakup was just kind of unrealistic. It wasn't even miscommunication. It was like self-sabotage and just straight up no communication. I don't know what to call it. Could I tell you how this book ended? I could not. I was just trying to get through it at that point. I've never listened to audiobooks on like 2.0 speed, but that one I did. I was like, I have to get through this. I just can't. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I gave this a very flat 3 stars. Unfortunately, because I didn't really like the series, it took me a while to get through it, so I only had time to read one more book, so I finished out July with The Love Con. So this book fits 2 of the prompts: fat doesn't mean ugly and partner in crime. This is like a friends to lovers story about Kenya and Cameron. Kenya is living out her wildest dreams on this reality TV show competition called Cosplay or No Way, and she makes it to the final round, the final 2, and when the judges give her the challenge to make 2 costumes, one for her and one for her significant other, she blurts out her best friend Cameron's name on national TV and says that they are indeed dating. So when the cameras follow her back home through the whole 1-month process of them making these costumes, Cameron has to pretend to be her boyfriend. So fake dating, friends to lovers. And I thought the story was just really cute. Kenya and Cameron's relationship is just the highlight of the story for sure. They have genuine chemistry. The love that they have for one another is just really adorable. I also love the concept of like a TV show competition centered around cosplay. I love Project Runway and Face Off and shows like that, so I would 100% watch this show. I also enjoyed Kenya's unwavering confidence in herself, especially in the face of adversity. She refused to be dragged down by negativity, and she always like took the high road and was always the bigger person. However, the story at times was a bit repetitive, so kind of reading the same scenario multiple times kind of affected the flow of the book. And I don't know, I think that part was the only thing that kind of drug it down a bit for me. There were also a few things that I felt were left out of the plot, like a few little plot holes that left me with questions. But overall, I enjoyed reading a Friends to Lovers. I don't typically read Friends to Lovers, but this was cute and refreshing. I gave it 3.5 stars. The only thing I wasn't able to complete were the 2 challenges. I left some space here at the bottom for like the pictures if I completed them. So I may change this space into a quote section, or I might try to actually complete the challenges before the end of the year. I don't know, we'll see. And the last thing I need to do is add the spoiler alert series here to my series tracker since I completed all 3 books. And here is a final flip through of all the pages we set up today. Hey friend, go ahead and drop a purple heart down in the comment section along with your favorite book you've read so far this year. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. If you're interested in seeing more of my reading journal, I will put my mid-year flip through right here. Feel free to go check that out and I will see you over there. Thanks so much for watching, friend. Bye.